With the new Tarkov wipe, Tarkov's been feeling horrible, actually. It's felt like a big steaming pile of doo-doo. From the cheater problem,
Yep. Oh my, he's shooting.
all the way to how they're handling the cheater problem. And now even how the streamers are combating this cheater problem as well. In result of this, Tarkov has been on the decline, and to be honest, I don't blame anyone who wants to take a step back from the game. Hell, even I have. And it sucks, because we all love this game. It's an amazing game at its core, and it just feels like the creators are getting further and further away from the principles that the game was first made off of. In today's video, I'm just going to go over a few things that I think would help the game, and a few guidelines you could follow if you are a player of the game, just to remedy the pain this game is causing us right now. The first thing I want to talk about is the RMT countermeasures that BSG has put in the game over the years. The first one obviously being the flea market bans. I'm pretty sure you could ask anybody who has played Tarkov over the years and they will agree that these were bad, quote-unquote countermeasures. All they did was limit the items you could use for the players and make RMT more prevalent, because the people who were going to buy stuff beforehand are still just going to buy them because there's even more of an advantage now. The next countermeasure was truly the one that kind of set the precedent for how BSU is going to try to counteract these people that are buying stuff. And that is by limiting the amount of profits you can make off of a good raid. I'm obviously talking about the item stack limit. It's ridiculous, because if you're buying from ARM tiers, there's definitely going to be a cheater there that's going to be in the lobby with you that's just going to hard win the raid. Then you're going to get your stuff and you'll just run a few more raids instead of running one. There's literally no reason why this item stack limit should be a thing. If you're talking about, like, for cheaters, they can see through walls and they can't pick all of them up, they can just run 2 more raids. It doesn't fucking matter. It's ridiculous. And then we also have to talk about the most recent RMT countermeasure, and that is just outright banning you if you have a really good raid. If I wipe a 4-man and they all have slicks on and they're running BP in their mags, and I get out with a full raid backpack of that shit, I just get insta-banned. I hope I don't need to tell you why this is bad. This is obviously a flaw in the decision making of BSG, and I really wish they, community source this stuff instead of continuing making with these ideas that they have, because they are not cooking. These are some shit takes. Now, while BSG makes this out to be one of the hardest, hurdles to get over in terms of game balance, RMT has a very simple solution, and it's called ignore them. If these weren't in place, the people who are RMTing right now, I would guarantee half of them wouldn't be RMTing anymore, because they wouldn't have limits. They could get whatever they want to if they're good enough at the game. And if you're gonna make the argument of, oh well, these guys are bad, they're always gonna pay for something. If you have the idea in your mind that paying for something in a video game where it's competitively based is good, you're always gonna do it, and there's no way to stop that, because you're never gonna actually be able to counteract the cheaters on top of the websites that are selling all this stuff. It's just not possible. No game has ever done it, excluding like Valorant. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want a BSG kernel anti-cheat in my system. That sounds like hell. The next thing I want to talk about is the most obvious problem with the game right now, and that is cheaters. This is an issue that every game has, and every game has to overcome in some way, and I have never seen a company approach it worse than BSG has. And since there's been so many bad choices made around this entire front against cheating, I'm going to break it down step by step. I'm going to first talk about BattlEye and how they're using BattlEye, and using BattlEye in general just never works, apparently. And then I'm going to talk about how the manual review system makes 0 sense, and wasting manpower on this is ridiculous whenever there's a passionate community surrounding your game. Or used to be passionate, I would say. Firstly, we're going to talk about BattlEye, as I said beforehand. First of all, they're using an outdated version of BattlEye that's not even supported anymore. If there's ever a bug that comes up or anything like that where it's like BattlEye's problem, BSG has 0 way to fix it because Unity doesn't support it anymore. The next thing about BattlEye is, when was the last time you've seen a game use BattlEye and it's worked out well? I'm sure it works with smaller games, but big titles such as Rainbow Six Siege have used this in the past, and they have never worked well. Rainbow Six, to use that as an example again, has always had a cheater problem since like 2015 or whenever the game came out. It's always had a horrible cheating problem because they couldn't get it under control. And the way they fixed it is with a manual review system where the player base used it. But the best players in the game will look at clips and be like, they're cheating or they're not cheating. This is how I believe BSG should actually fix the cheater problem as well. If you just ask some of the players and some of the streamers to just do it every once in a while, manually review some clips that are pre-recorded because they need a recording system into the game, and they'll review it, tell them if they're cheating or not, and if they are cheating, they're gone. They're gone. They're never coming back. And streamers would be more than happy to do this because it's free content. You can watch clips that people play in the game and be like, chat, are they cheating or not cheating? I feel like it should be a win-win for both sides. This leads me to my final complaint about how the state of Tarkov is right now, and that is BSG's lack of communication. It's been like they're stable their entire existence, and it makes no sense. I'm pretty sure the player base would be more than happy to wait a month or two if you just told them a new anti-cheat is getting implemented, or the audio system's going to get fixed. And whenever they did do that, this wipe, like a few months ago, or a month ago now, everybody was so happy. They're like, oh my gosh, they're actually fixing the game. And there was a lot of positivity around that. Why don't they do that more often? What's the point to not do this? I can't imagine it's that hard to write a tweet for 5 seconds. It's not. To finish this video off, I'm just going to rant a bit about the community and what they should do. Since right now, the community is extremely toxic, and I've never seen more hate towards the content creators than right now in any video game ever. First of all, players need to understand that the devs are people too. While I'm mad at BSG just like everybody else is because they're making their game worse, you can't just like make death threats toward them. They're people, they're human beings. And I promise you they're trying their best. They're just trying to find the correct answer. If you're currently struggling to play Tarkov, then don't force yourself. Don't go into burnout. Do what I did. I've been going back to older games that I've been playing, and I've been having a blast. It's been amazing. And whenever BSG eventually fixes Tarkov, I will be the first person back in the lobbies. A little update, while I was making this video, Nikita actually put out a Reddit thread, and he talked about some of the issues with the game and what they're doing to fix them. And it almost instantly got mass reported and removed from the Reddit, and the comments to that post were vile. I'm bringing this up because it kind of proves my point earlier where these people are humans. They are trying to make the game better. Why are you being horrible people to these people? They didn't hurt you in any way. Sorry for how scuffed this probably sounds. This is my first time ever doing voiceovers, so I just wanted to really put my view out there. This is a game I'm very passionate about. Really want to see it succeed. If you made it to this point, thank you so much for watching the video. Comment, tell me if you agree or disagree with what I've said here, and have a wonderful day.